bringing Israel to the world. This is IBN News.
With News of Israel, I'm Susan Michaels. The U.S. Embassy in Israel has issued a security alert cautioning all Americans in Israel to be cautious and avoid traveling to areas affected by the latest rounds of rocket fire between Hamas and Israel. The warning comes with the anniversary of the opening of the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem, which coincides with a week-long Eurovision contest. A statement on the U.S. Embassy's official site said, terrorist groups may choose the anniversary, which coincides with the Eurovision Song Contest in Tel Aviv, and Nakba Day, to conduct violent protests or an attack, reminding visitors that security incidents including rocket fire often take place without warning. The Middle East UN envoy Nikolay Mladenov said this week that the risk of war remains imminent between Israel and the Gaza terror groups. A week after the ceasefire between Israel and Gaza's Hamas leaders, Mladenov said now is the last chance to prevent an all-out conflict between the two. Speaking at an inauguration of a solar power plant for a Gaza hospital, Mladenov said parties must consolidate the understandings of the ceasefire. The deal will allow fuel and humanitarian aid into Gaza and ease the movement of people from the enclave. Money from Qatar arrived Monday as part of the ceasefire understandings, meant for thousands of needy families. An Iranian parliamentary spokesman said this week that the tanker attacks over the weekend off the coast of the United Arab Emirates were Israeli mischief, but did not give details on what role Israel may have taken in those attacks. Details of the alleged sabotage of 4 tankers remain unclear, and Gulf officials are not saying who they suspect. However, Saudi Arabia says drones, most likely launched by Iran-backed Houthi rebels, were responsible for a separate attack on one of its oil pipelines, with other attacks targeting energy infrastructure in the kingdom on Tuesday. And President Reuven Rivlin has granted Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu 2 added weeks to form a new government. Elected for a record 5th term in April, Netanyahu is negotiating with nearly all the right-wing nationalist and religious parties that form his outgoing government. I'm Susan Michaels.
IBN, Israel Broadcast Network.